Welcome traders to another Tick Mill trading update with me, Patrick Munnelly. Want to take a look at the S&P 500 using the emini futures contract. Before we do, always want to highlight the Tick Mill futures and options trade strategy group, which I run, sharing a daily trade plan. Yesterday's plan played out to the tick here. We were looking for a move up into our sell zone at the 5300 to 5310 level. As you can see, seller on a test and reject at the first resistance zone, targeting the daily bull bear zone, which was down to 52.59, 52.64. Obviously, we got an extended move yesterday. So moving to the charts here, what I'm watching is we are now testing, in terms of time and price for this current correction, we're testing the post-Christmas corrective move that we saw in both scope and scale here. So it's going to be a key day today. If we can hold these current lows, there is the potential that we set a base and we set sail for the next upside objectives, which will be through prior cycle highs, ultimately through that 53.31. We have an equality objective versus our swing structure from the October lows, which puts us at 54.14. The monthly R1 coming in there, the monthly range resistance 54.40. So we are still not we're not turning completely bearish here, but we are seeing some flashing signals, some flashing warnings here. Weekly candle, if close at or below current levels, would flip the 5-week volume weighted average price bearish as well, coming off the top side of this trend channel resistance that we've been trading in since we make the lows in 22. Moving to today's trade plan and ideas for the session ahead. I'm looking for any move at the moment up into this 52.24, 52.34. I'm going to be watching for bearish reversal patterns there. That's going to be my first shot to re-engage on the short side. Looking at the liquidity map, you can see we've got some offers building in that zone at the moment. That's not to say they won't get pulled or we fly through those levels, but that's going to be my first area of interest today. We've got non-farm payrolls coming up, obviously, and we can expect some volatility around that. So watching for a rejection into the 24.34 to engage on the short side. Downside objectives, obviously, through the 51.90s. We have a volume node here at 51.80s. I would expect the potential for a bit of a stall here. Maybe we retest yesterday's double bottom lows. But ultimately, I'm looking then for a move down into our target zone on the downside. 51.66 to 51.56 is what I'm looking at. And from there, we could set a base for a corrective leg to take us back up to take a look just above the 5200 levels. If we lose 51.55 today, the next area of interest on the downside or target zone will be the 51.30s to 51.20s in a downside extension. But just remember this time and price zone. We've exceeded a bunch of the prior corrective legs in this move already. You can also see that it is currently a 3-wave move. So there is obviously the potential that we have completed a correction here and we could try and set a base. So I'm cognizant of that today. And the key for me is going to be taking out these 51.90s and closing below there on the week will suggest that we have further price discovery to the downside. But if we hold these lows, we take out the daily bull bear zone, then I would be looking for a move up into the 52.49, 52.59 area. And we then watch for pullbacks into the bull bear zone to act as support then. And if it does, that would be our first clue that we may have a tradable base in place, and we look for further upside heading into next week. From a seasonal perspective, we anticipated a high coming in and around the 7th, 9th of April. Obviously, that's the 7th is a Sunday, sort of weekend. So we're looking for a high here and looking for a tradable low to develop into the middle of the month, 14th, 15th. So keep those dates in mind, depending upon how price develops, the price action develops over today and into Monday. And if you're not a member of the Futures and Options group on Facebook, request access, and you can join us there. We also have this trader chat where I post real-time updates and trades, institutional research, etc. Really useful for active traders to get involved in that. As always, traders, plan the trade the plan, and most importantly, manage your risk. Until next time, thanks very much.